Alright guys, this is a demo video for Social Traffic Jacker. Now one of the things you're going to see initially is that we have a name up here called Traffic Infinity. What we've done is we've rebranded it for this launch just for the sales pages, but this app is actually Traffic Infinity. I've closed Traffic Infinity from Zaxter. Nobody can purchase it during the launch period, and we will continue to keep the Social Traffic Jacker launch pages open. It's just a deal I had with Andrew Darius for helping with the JV management and becoming a partner for this launch. So don't let that confuse you. The app is actually Traffic Infinity, and it's a great app that we have been working on for probably about a year, and we released in December 2016. Now since we released it in 2016, in December 2016, we've added a lot to it, and it's become a real powerhouse marketing tool that can generate traffic on autopilot. Now there's some outlandish claims on the sales pages and on the JV pages, but by the time I've gone through this demo video, you will understand why, okay? We can drive 100% traffic, organic traffic, 100% autopilot, and that is done by using RSS feeds, okay? Now you've probably seen many traffic jacking tools come out. I mean, there's been one after the other for the past couple of years, and some very good tools as well, some great applications, but they were all missing one thing. And every time I saw one coming out, my heart was in my mouth, because I knew how we could do this in a way that was fully automated but high quality social curation at the same time. And the simple solution for that is to add RSS feeds from authority sites, from influencers blogs, from sites that have got trust in any niche, okay? And by doing that, and by setting up the way that we have done in the background, whenever a new blog post, for example, is done from an influencer's blog, then this tool will be able to pick it up via the RSS feed, and it will share that link to the social accounts that you have set up in the campaigns, okay? That all happens in autopilot within about 5 or 6 minutes. That link is being shared, so you're one of the first ones to get that link shared, okay? And even better, we can add up to 4 different CTAs, 4 different call to actions on every campaign that we do, okay? And they will work in rotation, okay? So we might want to split test with that rotation, and we have just updated our analytics tool in here as well, so that we can do this properly. We can do this very effectively. So let me just take you in a walkthrough. I mean, it's very simple. You can start from top to bottom to be able to set up a campaign, and as long as you've got your call to action stuff done, it can take literally 3 minutes to set up a campaign that will literally run forever, okay? There's no way it's going to stop unless that authority site stops posting, okay, which doesn't typically happen very often. So for example, I like to do a lot of stuff in the video marketing niche and the SEO niche. The obvious kind of websites that I'm looking for to take the RSS feed might be sites like Ahrefs blog or backlinko.com or Real SEO blog. I know they've changed their name now, but they post a lot of content throughout the week, every single week, and it's a great way that I can get my offers in front of them, to be able to build my email list, to be able to grow my social following, to be able to build assets such as retargeting audience. I can build all this in autopilot just by putting a simple retargeting pixel into the campaign. And plus, you know, with that list building, everything happening in autopilot, it gives us a chance to do remarketing so that we can generate leads and sales. If you're doing it for clients, it's great for lead generation. And if you're an affiliate, I've got some fantastic tools in here for you to be able to go and do Amazon affiliate stuff. For example, you can go and get 365 Amazon products and schedule to post 1 a day, 1 year in advance. Okay, you just got to get your niche right, you got to get your content sources right, get your call to action right. Now to make this work properly, we do need to do the split testing, we do need to be able to tweak and optimize, and once you've got a high converting offer, you can let it basically run forever, okay? That's the difference between this tool and the other traffic jackers out there. Now we've added a lot of other stuff that I'm going to cover in various videos, but I'll try and cover as much as I can in this video, and plus I will do a shorter video for those that don't want to sit through a long video, but I do encourage you to watch the rest of this video. There's some awesome stuff in here, there's some very, very important stuff in here, and it might give you some ideas for your own campaigns as well, so that you can use this very, very, very effectively. Okay, now adding accounts, you can see I've got 4 or 5 Facebook apps in here. Basically what we need to do now is we need to create the app ourselves. Okay, I'm going to be removing this area up here because we were using an app called HTSense, but it's kind of stopped working. Then we used another app that was logging in via Instagram, which also gave us some problems. So now we have to go back to doing the basic app creation, which I will do a video for that and put that in there. But you can add unlimited Facebook accounts if you have the full features. Okay, you can add unlimited accounts for all 6 sites that we've got here. You can see we've got Facebook, we've got Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, LinkedIn and Reddit. Okay, so we've got 6 high traffic social platforms that we can add unlimited accounts if you've got the full version. Now I'm going to do the demo with the full version on the sales page. On the sales pages for all the OTOs, I've got videos. I will be doing videos specifically for whatever features are there, but this is for the JV page. This is to let the affiliates see the power of the system so that you can properly promote this. And you know, I did a couple of promotions recently. I got #1 spot for the Abbas Ravji WP video sites launch, and then I got #1 as well for Joshua's Sind Labs, and I beat a lot of teams to maintain that first place position. And the way that I did this was that I actually tripled the amount of sales per customer, and the way that I did that was to offer a fantastic bonus on the OTO2. Okay, so that gave me 3 sales for most people who were buying just to get the bonus. Now the bonus was very high value, and that's what made them think, I need to get this bonus. I will purchase up to the OTO2. But it was a great product as well that I was promoting, and the product the bonus matched the product as well. Okay, there was a time-saving element. There was a WordPress plugin as well, and plus some webinar training as well. That's what I did to be able to get 3 sales per person, to be able to maintain the lead in that leaderboard all the way to the end of that particular launch, and I won $2,500. I'm just telling you that so that you've got some ideas how you can use this demo video that I'm about to show you, all the features for the full version, to be able to get people to purchase and to be able to purchase the OTOs so that you can get you know, those extra sales, those extra commissions. And that's how I did it. Okay, so anyway, adding accounts is super simple. Apart from the Facebook, where you have to go and manually create the app in the Facebook developers, what you can do with Twitter and the rest of them, basically you can just click to add authorization. Okay, you can click to authorize the app, and that is it. Simple as that. Okay, it's the same for Instagram, Pinterest, LinkedIn and Reddit as well. Okay, I'm not going to bore you making you watch every single one of these, okay, but it's the same thing. Facebook is the only one where they have to do some manual application in the developers section of Facebook. Okay, now with Facebook we can post into timelines, we can post into Facebook pages, and we can post into Facebook groups. If we are using the app that we have to create ourselves, we cannot anymore post into groups that we are not an admin of. Okay, we are still looking for an alternative solution. We were able to do it when we had the old HTSense app that we have here, and then we were able to do it again when we used the Instagram way, but that proved to be a little bit problematic. But we will find a solution, or we will create our own app. But at the moment, you can post into Facebook groups as long as you are an admin. Okay, so that's kind of threw a spanner in the works just before the launch, but it's still a fantastic tool. It's still such a powerful tool. Okay, now with the unlimited social accounts, as you go through the upsells, that becomes available. This is a fantastic tool as well to offer this as a service to clients, and by the end of this video you will understand why. Okay, so next thing we need to do after we've added our social accounts is we come over and we add our autoresponders. So if I click in here to refresh the list, I've already added mine in here. And let's see, I can click on the show list, and you can see I've got a whole ton of lists. I've been doing this for quite a long time, this internet marketing and stuff. I've got over 100 lists in here within that same Aweber account that I've always had. So you know, you can use this to attach to all the main autoresponders. You've got Aweber, GetResponse, Market Hero, Constant Contact, iContact, all of those, okay? If you're using others like MailerLite, for example, then you can add those other autoresponders too, just by putting in the HTML code that you get for each list, okay? Now, let's come over to the actions, and this is really where the action takes place, if you pardon the pun, because this is where we need to be thinking about the conversions for the traffic that we are going to be generating. Now, let me give you a couple of examples in here. Let me show you an example of what I did. Now, Backlinko is a very, very popular SEO blog from a guy called Brian Dean. Probably most of you have heard of him. He really is the top dog when it comes to the SEO stuff. He's ranking basically for all the major keywords because he does white hat SEO. He does it very, very well, and he's got a very unique way of approaching some aspects of it, okay? So if I click on here in the editor, I'm just going to show you what one of these look like before I go and set one up. Now, Brian has a video that is on YouTube, and it's about an SEO ranking factor that you must master for 2017. It just so happens that I have an automated software that does exactly what he's telling people that they should master for 2017. Now, it's so obvious for me to be able to go in here, put in his video here, and whenever he creates a new blog post, this video will show as a call to action. So I'm actually using his content to show for the call to action on his blog, okay, with a call to action down here. Click here to get the tool that automates high click-through rate from the SERPs and increases dwell time on blogs and high retention video views, okay? Now I can reword that any way I want. I can go and change this any way I want. I can put in here, for example, high retention. Just put in here like that, and you can see in real time it's updating, and we can just choose the link where we are sending that to. So you can see here I've got my sales page for VidaTac Alpha, which has been around since 2015, that does exactly that. It will go and get the click-throughs from the search engines, and it will watch the videos for high retention according to what you said. So it's a perfect offer to be able to put on top of Brian's blog, when Brian's website, his blog, whenever he has new content posting, okay? Now, the beauty of this is that people recognize that video is from him. I do not have to think about how to create the headlines that will convert. Brian is also a very, very good copywriter as well. He was actually a copywriter before he was an SEO guy. I can take advantage of his copywriting skills, of his headlines, click-through rates that he will normally get, and also his trust and authority, because people are going to get his content. And you can see the video that there is from him. It's again his content, but I have a link to my own software, okay? If you don't have your own software, you can do this with an affiliate link, okay? You can do this with any different type of offers or different types of blogs. You can go and just take their content, so it's something familiar, okay? And that will increase your click-through rate, and you can put your affiliate link with a nice sort of call to action down here, okay? Very, very simple, but very, very powerful, okay? Now, again, what we can do is we can add in retargeting, which we'll cover in the campaign settings, but this is just a great way to do it. But what we need to do is we need to have our call to actions created before we start to build our campaigns. So we need to know, first of all, what is the content that we're going to share. So say, for example, for Traffic Infinity, or Social Traffic Jacker as it's called for this launch, I want to target people that would be very, very interested in a tool like this. It works with 100% automation for 100% automated list building, 100% automated social growth, etc., etc. Then what I can do is I can go and do a search on Google. You can see here I've already done the search, growth hacking blogs to follow for 2017. You can see here straight away I've got 20 best growth hacking blogs to follow right now. So let's click through on that. Okay, and this is going to give me an idea for what is really, really good, high quality content that is being recommended by people within that particular space to be able to follow. Now, Traffic Infinity is definitely, or Social Traffic Jacket is definitely a growth hacking tool. Okay, absolutely no doubt about that. So here we can see Noah Kagan, who's the guy behind AppSumo and SumoMe, Mint, and so many other very high traffic projects that he's worked on before. This guy really does know his stuff. Okay, so he's going to get a lot of traffic whenever he creates some new blog posts. So let's click through to him. Now there's a couple of things I want to watch before I make a final decision to create a campaign around Noah's content, and that is to see how often he is making new content, how often he is posting new content. Okay, and to do that, what I need to do is I need to scroll down a little bit, and you can see here I've got the full archive link here, where I can go and see on average how many posts he's making per week or per month. Okay, so for May 2017, you can see he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For April, he's got 5 again. Okay, so that means 5 times a month I can get that my offers are in front of people if I put Noah into a campaign. Now, a lot of people do something that you need to be very careful about. They actually go and mash some RSS feeds, which is okay to do if you're not posting too often. If you start to post too often, if you're mashing up RSS feeds that are too aggressive, then you're kind of asking for trouble. But if you see something like this where he's posting maybe about 5 times a month, and you can go and find someone else in the same space posting about the same amount of times, that means 10 times a month if you mash the RSS feeds together. Now, I've got some training how to do that properly within the member area, and plus we will be doing some webinars as well. And we've already got 10 or 11 pre-recorded webinars that we did since December last year as well. Okay, so this looks pretty good. Now what I want to do is I want to get Noah's feed. Okay, I want to get his RSS feed. Now because this is a WordPress site, all we really need to do is click on feed, type in feed after that final /, put in another /, and we can click on refresh. And you can see this is an RSS feed. So what I can do now is I can come over to the app, and I'm going to come down to where it says campaigns. Okay, and what I can do is I can come in here and I can create a new campaign. So I can click to add a new campaign. I'm going to give it a name. I'm just going to call this one Noah Kagan RSS link. I'm going to put in here. Custom introduction, I'm going to put brilliant new blog posts from Noah Kagan. Better make sure I've got his name right in here actually. Yeah, Kagan. Okay. Make sure I've spelled it properly so that I don't embarrass myself with my campaigns that are going to be running on autopilot without me really watching them. Now the start date, we can choose today. Okay. When I choose today, it's going to post the first one immediately, okay, and that will come from the last blog post that he's done. Now what I want to do is I want to pick up a call to action, okay. So the call to actions that I've got already, if I come over here, you can see I've got one for Traffic Infinity banner. So I'm going to choose this, and percentage, I'm just going to choose for the purpose of the demo 100%. Normally, I recommend you will do 4 CTAs with 25% each. You tweak, you optimize, you watch your data so that you can split test and you can keep improving on your conversions. Then you can let them run forever. This is a powerful service as well to offer for clients that you might have, because you know this type of traffic and marketing system is very rare if done properly like this. So I'm going to click to add that first CTA. Okay, you can see because I've got the full version, I've got an option to create a second CTA, which I might want to use, for example, as a full page splash screen on exit intent, or maybe I want to use a full page splash screen, the option form one, when people land on the page, and then for exit intent, I want to give them a free offer. Okay, whatever it might be, you can do like that. You can put in 2 CTAs, and again for the second CTA, if I choose to have one, I haven't got any configured for CTA 2, then I would choose the action in here, and I would choose a percentage. Again, recommended that you will go and you will create 4 for each traffic source that you're going to use. Okay, you've got to get it tightly fitting to that particular traffic source. Okay, now what I can do is come down to the accounts and social media, which is pretty easy. So I can choose Facebook, and I can choose this account name. Okay, you can see I've only got one added in here, and I can choose a page, groups, timelines, etc. I'm going to choose my timeline for this, and I'll click on add. Now there's no limitation if you've got the full version. You can add as many social accounts as you want. So that can get very, very aggressive if you're not too careful. So I'm just going to choose that again, and I'll put in Facebook page this time, and this time, oh, I don't have any pages connected for some reason. Let me just see if I can fix that. Okay, I did have something in here. Just type in the word nation. Alright, I think the HTSense is just disconnected, so let's try another one. Let's try Facebook group and see if that is working. Okay, you can see I've got one for niche ripping, which is a course I did for creating niche sites on Autopilot. Let's click that in here. So you can see I've got a couple in here for Facebook. Then I can come down, I can add in Twitter as well. Okay, this would be great to go into my Tony Hayes SEO Twitter account. It's got something like 14,000 followers, I believe. Okay, so I can click to add that. And you can choose multiple if you want to. So if I want to come down a little bit and put it into tech support for WordPress or marketing alphas, if I want to do anything like that, I can add it in there. Okay, and just click on that, and you can see that every time Noah makes a new post, my call to action is going to go to all of these places. Okay, powerful stuff, very, very powerful stuff, but it's important that you keep it really tightly grouped, and so that it's very relevant, and so that you can get the maximum from this. Again, we can come in and we can choose Pinterest this time. I'm going to choose Pinterest account, Tony Hayes, that's the one that's about marketing. I can come down, I can put WordPress SEO, for example, SEO, social media optimization, YouTube, video marketing, Patio Property Portal, which is a website I created for real estate stuff in here. So you can see we've got Pinterest, and you can see we've got the logo, so you can see immediately in the cloud view what you've added in here. So this is getting really powerful, and we can keep compounding on that power by choosing all these different accounts. Okay, let's see if we've got something here. Marketing alphas, add that. So I've got a couple of Instagram accounts. Okay, that will automatically post a link for Noah's content with my call to action on top. Okay, with the rotation, if I had 4 different CTAs, and with a rotation again if I added a second CTA in here. Okay, LinkedIn, I can do the same thing. Let's come over here, choose my main LinkedIn account, click on add, and there we go. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 different places. Whenever Noah Kagan creates a new blog post, within 5 or 6 minutes, we will be posting into our social accounts. Okay, now if you've got some good social accounts with good following, like I've got, for example, the Twitter one's got 14,000 followers, you can see how powerful this can get. Okay, if you don't want to put any CTA, you just don't add the CTA in the campaign settings, so you can actually have just a normal social curation like many other tools that do that automated posting. You can do that just for high quality social curation as well. But in this instance, we're going to put the CTA because that's what the purpose of this tool is for. And then we can come down here for the domains. Now, if you do not put in your own domain, it's going to use the trafficinfinityx.com domain. Okay, you can put in your own domains in here. You can see I've got a few football ones in here, which are very high traffic. And this one here called marketingnewsnow.online, I'm going to add that. Okay, and we can put in here our retargeting pixels. Okay, very easy to do. Now I will add an extra tab in here for AdWords, retargeting, YouTube, retargeting, etc. We will get that in there before the launch as well. And we can simply go and create the campaign. Okay, so you can see that campaign has now been added in here. And just delete that one there that we were messing about with last night when we were doing some stuff. Now what you can see is when that has been done, you go into the post calendar here, and you can see it's already made some posts. Okay, so let's go and take a look at one. Okay, so you can see my banner comes up here immediately. Okay, now I do really want to put something in here with the call to action. You can see it's not the best banner to use for this particular call to action, but we can build out banners and do them really, really nicely. So let's just come back over to the campaigns, to the actions, sorry. And this time what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a new action so you can see how easy this is, okay? I'm going to put Noah number 2. Okay, so I'll put Noah number 2, and I can choose opt-in form video with a call to action link, like I showed you for Brian Dean one, for the backlinker one. We can put in any image, so if you get any banner ads, any affiliate banners, you might want to use that. We can choose social locker, we can choose breaking news, which I will cover in a separate video, and we can choose this one here called John the Revolution. Okay, let's just choose the opt-in form. Okay, and what I want to do is put this in for CTA number 1, and I'm going to create the CTA. Okay, and when to show it. Now we can choose from this point whether we want to use a smart bar or the opt-ins. Okay, here's one design, there's a second design, there's a smart bar design. Now the one that converts really, really well, I've actually had this converting at 29% on my own blog when I was using the old Sumo Me plugin from Noah Kagan, by the way. And what I did is I put a Chrome extension for best practices for YouTube on page optimization for YouTube videos, and it converted at 29% using a full page overlay. Okay, and I like these very, very much because they convert so highly. So what I want to do is I'm going to click on select a form element here, and I'm going to choose a headline, and the headline can be something like discover the tool the pros use to automate growth hacking in 2017. Okay, something like that. Okay, nice, simple, but it's got the curiosity and it's relevant for today. Okay, 2017, and then next year we can come back and we can change the date to 2018 if we choose. Okay, so here, enter your name and email. I can leave that if I want to. Now I can also choose other elements down here. You can see we've got the footer section, we've got the submit, the no thanks buttons and stuff like that. So the footer note, you can see here, it matches, the footer text goes here. So you can put something like, we will never spam you or whatever. Okay, you can just remove it altogether if you just take it all off. Okay, we can just remove it altogether. Okay, so this is pretty cool. So we can click and we can save this, and we now have a call to action here. Okay, so what we want to do is we can click when to show, and this one for the full page splash screen or full page overlay. The best thing to do with these, in my experience, is to put them immediately when people click through here. Okay, when I'm sharing content from Noah, who is an influencer, who is very, very popular, people will see this come first. Now, whether it's ethical or not, they might think this is from Noah and Noah's recommendation. They want to know what this is about. What is this automated growth hacking tool for 2017 that all the pros are using? Okay, so they will click through on that, and we can start to tweak and optimize the campaign with different CTAs, etc. Okay, so we're going to choose on page load, and I'm going to click on the CTA button now, and I can make an opt-in lock in here, but which I'm not going to do. You need to be careful when you're using this. There's a time and a place, and I cover this in the training, and I will cover a whole entire webinar on the social lockers, all the content lockers. There's a social locker and there's a content social opt-in locker, sorry. Okay, so what I want to do is choose my autoresponder API. Okay, you can see down here you got a custom HTML option. If you want to use custom HTML, you would just put in the details here. When you put in your HTML code in here, then you will get another button open up where you can test to make sure it is working. Okay, but let's come back to the autoresponder. I'm going to choose autoresponder Aweber, and I'm going to select a list. And what I can do now is I can come down and I can look for Traffic Infinity pre-launch list, or Social Traffic Jacker pre-launch list. Okay, I can choose that because it's going to have an autoresponder series. Okay, and it sends them to the offer, and I can choose a thank you message in here, and I can click save. Okay, very, very simple, very, very, very easy to do. You can set this up really, really, really quickly. So I'm going to come back over to my campaigns now, and I'm going to go into the Noah Kagan campaign, click on edit, and what I'm going to do is, you can see I've got Traffic Infinity banner here. And I'm going to basically, well, it's got 25%, which is kind of weird. I thought I set that for 100%. I must have made a mistake. What I'm going to do is I'm going to choose the CTA, and this time I'm going to choose NOAA, and percentage I'm going to put at, say, 50%, and I'm going to click on add. Okay, so now I would really need to go and create another one to cover that extra 25%, or go and create another 2 that I can split test. Maybe I want to do 3 variations or 4 variations of that full page overlay opt-in, which we know converts very, very high. As it loads, people will give the email, etc., and it does convert very, very high. Maybe I want to make 4 different variations of that to make it up. Okay, I'm not going to do that on a demo video because it's a bit repetitive, and I think you get the picture by now. And what we can do then is make sure that we can update the campaign every time we make changes, and you can go in and edit at any time in the future that you want. Okay, so let's come over to the post calendar again. And let's see if we've got any. I'm not sure if it's going to be the top one or the bottom one, but we can go and check. Probably the bottom one. There we go. So we got that full page overlay, which works really, really well. Now, from my experience as well, the simpler you keep this, the better. Okay, don't give them too much information. Okay, just give them the basic information that they need, which can be done in a headline, high converting headline. Get the email, get the name, and basically you're building your list on autopilot, and you can follow that up. At the same time, you're building your retargeting audience. Okay, so you can remarket to these people multiple times. Now, I probably don't need to tell you guys how to do it, but you know, the more value you can give in that autoresponder sequence, the better it's going to be for being able to build that trust as well. Okay, now let's come over now to the analytics. Now, we just reset the analytics yesterday, so I can't show you properly anything in here. What we can do though is when we see this campaign, when you see your campaign names, it will all be down here. Okay, we updated this analytics yesterday. So I can click on the campaign, and when I click on the campaign, we get a pop-up here, and you can see the different social media places, okay, that we can choose from. It will tell you the percentage of the views for each. Okay, now the Twitter one, we can click on that, for example, so that it disappears. Pinterest one, we can do the same thing, so we can just remove any of those to be able to get campaign details. We can see what kind of devices were used. Okay. Now, already we've been getting some clicks on this, which is kind of amazing because it's just gone into the Twitter account probably. Okay, we can see what browsers is being used, Chrome, Firefox, etc. And for the CTA, at CTA level, we can see how many people have seen it. Okay, very, very powerful, so that we can split test the call to actions, and we can get the very, very best high converting offer, and then just simply let the campaign run forever. Okay, so that's all I want to cover in this demo video, guys. It's gone on for quite a long time now. It's about half an hour. Apologies for that, but it's such a fantastic traffic and marketing system that I needed to cover the basics in a way that you would understand the power of this. And you can see how we can create these run forever campaigns, that it really is possible to be able to do 100% automated list building. Okay, we can do targeted call to actions that fit the content. We can even use the videos from the people's content that we're sharing from those influencers, and we can be building our assets, the list, building our email list, building our retargeting audiences, building and increasing our social growth. All of these are assets that allow us to remarket multiple times, okay, as well as thinking about sales. Now, one thing I want to cover just quickly, but we've got a Facebook group and search thing in here, but this over here is very, very powerful. It's an Amazon tool. And what we can do with that, I'm just going to choose the right offer, the right Amazon account in here. If I put in here something like growth hacking, probably I'll find some books or whatever in Amazon. Maybe I want to send these into a campaign as well. Now, what I can do is I can sort this by list, and literally I can click on all of these at one time, and I can add these into a campaign. I can click on load more results, and I can do this as many times as I want. I can actually schedule 365 offers to post once a day for a complete year. Okay, very, very powerful. And this automatically will have your affiliate ID in those links so that you can make commissions. Okay, just be careful with it, and I will cover this in the webinars as well, how to best use it, because you know it can be a little bit too aggressive unless you schedule it. But what you want to do with campaigns like this is you want to schedule approximately about 1 or 2 a day, and you can literally just let this run for a complete year. Okay, and you can see how powerful that is. So you can be making affiliate commissions on complete autopilot with this as well, as long as you have the targeted audience that you're trying to use. Now you can post into any Facebook pages, unfortunately not into any groups that you're not an admin of, but pages you certainly can. So it's very, very powerful, and once we find a solution or we build an app that we can post into other groups, we will get that added one more time into this app and make it even, you know, just as powerful as it was just a week ago before we started to get issues with the posting into other people's groups. But you can see for all all those outlandish claims that we made on the JV page and on the sales page, etc., it's actually real. You can run campaigns that will run forever. You can run campaigns that can be very, very high converting. You can be building those marketing assets, the retargeting, the list building, social growth, all on autopilot. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the demo. If you've got any questions, you can find us in Skype. I've got my Skype ID in the JV page. If you need anything, you can speak to myself, or you can speak to Andrew, or you can speak to Mark Peters, who's one of my partners on this launch as well, and co-owner of Traffic Infinity. And Mark has been really, really, really magnificent taking care of support and making sure that the Skype group is very, very active and people are not waiting for answers and stuff like that. So we've got great support on this one as well. It's fantastic. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the demo. I hope you appreciate what we've created here with this fantastic traffic and marketing system. And I hope you guys use it as well, the JVs, the affiliates. Use it, it's a fantastic tool. Don't just forget about it, because it's such a great tool that you can automate stuff, okay, and just let it run forever, but do tweak and optimize your campaigns, guys. Thanks, bye-bye.